I'm always excited to share these tutorials with you, and today we're working on magnetic boutonnieres for your special event or wedding and how you can DIY these things all on your own. So the first thing I want to start talking about is kind of supplies needed for this project. Ideally, the ribbon of your choice to cover up some of the mechanics being like the taping of the magnets. So I have a couple options there: chiffon and satin, colorful or white. Then you're going to choose what type of magnets you want to use. I have a few thoughts on these that I will share, as well as, of course, the other items in my tool bag, shears and tape. But I wanted to talk a little bit about the magnet type. And so in this case, I'm sharing, I got some magnets that actually did have some adhesive on them, which was great. But then when I got them in, they didn't really stick well. And since we'll be taping these as well as putting ribbon on them, these just are not ideal. And so I am sharing with you some of the things that I've learned along the way doing many magnetic boutonnieres. Some other things to watch out for when you are purchasing your magnets, especially if it's online. Make sure that you review the size of the magnets. These, for example, are way too big. They stick well together, but are huge, so not ideal for boutonnieres. Now these, you can see I've used a whole case of them, and these are the ones I have left, are so perfect. They are small enough to add to the backing of your boutonniere, but then also are super magnetic. I mean, these things are like, look at that, they just stick together so well. And so that's what you want. You want to be able to make sure that they will stay on tightly after taping the backing and putting the ribbon on, that they will stay on nice and tight. So then, of course, I have, as I mentioned before, my nice floral tape that is waterproof and works really well, my floral shears, ribbon, and my handy dandy tool bag, which I use for everything. All right, so let's get started making this gorgeous boutonniere. So first, you'll make your boutonniere like you would any other boutonniere. You will have, in this case, greenery. I have some dried baby's breath. I am using faux flowers for this design just to show you, but of course you can use fresh, faux, dried, artificial, whatever your heart's desire. Then I go in after I have kind of that filler baby's breath, that bit of greenery, and then I go in with our focal flower, which in this case is going to be that white and pink hydrangea. This could be typically a rose or another kind of focal flower like that is the main character in your design. That's what we kind of would describe as the focal flower. Then you're going to grab your floral tape. You are going to go in and just wrap just a little bit of that floral tape around the base of that boutonniere. This would be for any standard boutonniere design. You would be doing this. Make sure that's nice and tight and secure. Yep, wrapping it right around. And you're going to want to really press it as you go. Make sure it's nice and tight. And then on that back piece of that tape, before you rip that tape off or cut that tape off, you're going to place on the back one of your magnets. And then you're going to go over that magnet with your tape, nice and secure, so keep it on the backing there. One pro tip I will say, sometimes, especially if you have a really top heavy, fresh floral boutonniere, you may even need to add a second magnet on top of that to ensure that the boutonniere doesn't fall forward. In this case, this is very light, we just need one. And then a really important thing to make sure is that you're actually placing the other part of the magnet. See, it doesn't magnetize on the opposite end, it'll actually repel. So make sure you keep that other part of the magnet safely in place to use once you're done putting the ribbon on it and to do the final assembly. Now we're going to go in and use our shears, just cut off that little extra bit. We want the bottom of the boutonniere to be really nice and even, all the stems cut nicely. And I keep about a 1/2 inch at the bottom there usually, not more than an inch certainly, because you really don't need it. And then you'll cover up that base with ribbon. And again, I'm using here my, I didn't mention at the beginning, but these are my floral shears. I do have different scissors that I use only for ribbon to make sure that the shears stay really nice and very, very good for cutting. So I make sure that they stay super sharp basically. And so I typically have anywhere from 5 to 8 inches, I would say, of ribbon for a boutonniere design. And you can play with that and experiment. I like to wrap around the ribbon several times around the base of those stems, that inch or so that we leave at the bottom. And then I'm going to go ahead and just tie a knot and then a double knot to make sure that it stays really nice and in place. And essentially what we're doing here is we're covering that tape, that floral tape. And again, you're going to have about probably a 1/2 inch under the ribbon, but at least an inch of stem that you're going to have there, ideally, that you're cutting. And then so you have it. There you have covered your mechanics, but then critical component, we make sure we put the magnet on the other side, and then you're ready to go, so that on the day of your event or your wedding, you can simply take that off, place it on the back behind the gentleman or the lady's suit or lapel or dress, and you are ready to go. Subscribe for more videos like this at gardenandgraceflorals.com, and thanks for watching.